Hello, my dear students. Welcome again. Today we will discuss the literary term satire. What is satire? Definition and examples of satire. Types of satire. First, we will discuss what is satire. What is the definition of satire? Satire is the use of humor to attack a person, an idea, or behavior that that you think is bad or silly. Or we can say a piece of writing or a play, film, etc. that uses satire. We can give another definition of satire. Satire is a genre of literature and performing arts, usually fiction and less frequently in non fiction, in which vices, follies, abuses, and shortcomings are held up to ridicule, ideally with the intent of shaming individuals, corporations, government, or society itself into improvement. So, this is satire. Satire is an artistic form, chiefly literary and dramatic, in which human or individual vices, follies, abuses, or shortcomings are held up to censure by means of ridicule, derision, burlesque, irony, parody, caricature, or other methods, sometimes with an intent to inspire social reforms. So, we can say the formal definition of satire is the use of humor, irony, exaggeration, or ridicule to expose and criticize people's stupidity or vices. It is an extremely broad category. The word satire came from the Latin word satire. It meant satire is a literary device which uses dark humor, irony, and exaggeration to hold up a mirror to the society. It is used to ridicule, scorn, and criticize the ways of a certain time period and people while pointing out what is inherently wrong with it. Satire is commonly found in genres like comic, drama, and fiction. Its tone may vary. For example, tolerant amusement in the verse satire of the Roman poet Horace, to the directly hostile and utter expression as the verses of Juvenal and prose of Jonathan Swift. In his dictionary, Samuel Johnson defined satire as a poem in which wickedness or folly is censured. So, there are two important things to remember about satire. First one is it make fun it makes fun of a person, idea, or institution. Second one is its purpose is not just to entertain but also to inform or make people think. So we can give the examples of satire first. The first example is the famous comic strip Calvin and Hobbes was renowned for its satire. The comic takes an everything from politics and science to parenting. Calvin himself satirizes selfish, lazy, media saturated Americans, while his father satirizes the opposite extreme. We can give another example. Most political cartoons are satirical. They use humor, irony, or exaggeration to make a point about politics. For example, one particularly famous cartoon from 2013 shows a homeless man using newspaper as a blanket. The headlines on those papers all say things like Wall Street soars and corporate profits booming. The ironic juxtaposition is in the image calls attention to the gaps between a successful stock market and the lingering poverty and joblessness experienced by many Americans today. Now we will discuss the types of satire. There are three types of satire. First one is juvenile. This is the strongest type of satire as it attacks a single target in a vicious way. The most common form of this satire is political satire, which attacks politicians and pundits. Second one is Manichean. This type of satire is similar in harshness to juvenile, but it attacks a more general target. An example is religious satire, which attacks sacred figures or religious beliefs. Third one is Horatian. This type of satire makes fun of things in a soft or even loving manner. It's usually a form of parody that is intended to make people think. Now, I will tell you about the importance of satire. What is the importance of satire? Satire has been called the oldest form of social commentary. For many people, the injustices and problems in their society are too big to confront directly. It's hard to know where we would even start. So, one approach has always been to start with comedy. By launching at something, we can acknowledge its reality while denying its power over our emotions. Satire also gets people to pay attention to social issues when they might otherwise ignore them. People may pick up a satirical book or watch a satirical movie hoping to be entertained but end up thinking about issues and perspectives they never thought of before. Satirists hold a mirror to the flaws of society, helping people think critically about things they might otherwise just take for granted. This is the importance of satire. There are so many examples of satire in literature. Now we will discuss the examples of satire in literature. First example, the Greek playwright Aristophanes was one of the first satirists that we know of. An example of satire would be Swift's writing. Satire is a sort of glass wherein beholders do generally discover everybody's face but their own, which is the chief reason for that kind of reception it meets in the world, and that so very few are offended with it. Satire can be personal or for a type of person against a class, institution, nation, or an entire race. For example, Earl of Rochester's A Satire Against Reason and Mankind, or Jonathan Swift's Gulliver Travels, Ben Jonson's Paul Penne satirizes certain type of people. Dryden's Macflow represent a kind of pretentious poetaster and satirized especially a rival author of his times, Thomas Shadwell. These are the examples of satire in literature. Another example of satire, George Orwell's Animal Farm, is a dark satire of Soviet communism and the Russian Revolution. While the book is not meant to be particularly humorous, its plot definitely ridicules the way that the Soviet government perverted the original principles of communism. For example, the animals begin with the basic belief that all animals are equal. But by the end of the book, they have changed it to all animals are equal. But some animals are more equal than others. Now, what is the importance of satire? Satire has been around it for thousands of years, so it's inevitable. It has developed many complexities as a literary genre throughout its evolution. Arguably, the three most common types of satire, Horatian, Juvelian, Menippean, have now been intermingled and cross pollinated to the extent where it's not unknown for a modern work of satirical fiction to be hybridized mongrel of sorts. Now, you will see three types of satire: Horatian satire, Juvenilian satire, and Menippean satire. In short, we can say what is Horatian satire. Horatian satire, a gentle, sympathetic form of satire in which the subject is mildly made fun of with a show of engaging wit. This form of satire tends to ask the audience to laugh at themselves as much as the characters. Second one is juvenile, a harsher, bitter form of satire in which the subject is subjected to contempt and condemnation. This form of satire is more judgmental, asking the audience to respond with indignation to the events individual it portrays. Third one is Menippean. This is the form, it is often formless satire that satirizes the structure of the world as well as its subject matter. It tends to mix genres, collapse categories, and intentionally ridicule everything. Its exact targets are often hard to locate because it seems to attack everything. Now we are seeing what is Horatian satire, what is Juvenalian satire, and what is Menippean satire. So you can say that satire is a literary device which uses dark humor, irony. It is used to ridicule, scorn, and criticize the ways of a certain time period or people while pointing out what is inherently wrong with it.